I couldn't find anything. I still can't. I'm still renting. I never thought that would be. I thought I'll finally come back to Martin County and own a house. No, I am just renting in a little mother-in-law suite, and my stuff has been in storage for a year. So one day my friends and I are having wine, and they go, oh, you know what? You should look at that. There's something going up on Citrus. And they go, it's some guy named Kiplinger. And they go, we don't know who that is. I go, how can you not know who that is? He has a list of the best colleges, most affordable colleges, best places to live, best places for newlyweds. I love his list. And I've learned a lot from them. And I thought, this is the guy who's making a development. I thought, I am there. I haven't seen the pictures in large format until today. I've seen these developments up north. This is a national thing. You don't have enough housing for people like me or for millennials. It just doesn't exist. You might think it does, but you wouldn't live where you think that's affordable housing. And so that's my thing of trying to find a house here. These people who know more about finance than I can ever hope to know, or you, is going to bring something in that will be in one of the magazines. It's the best place to live.
I share her enthusiasm. When I moved to Martin County from Miami 5 years ago, I was excited to move to a place that cares about the environment and frowns upon rampant development. But growth is inevitable, and that's why I'm so excited about Pineland Prairie. I think it is so well thought out, so innovative, and so wonderful for our community in terms of the fact that it's environmentally friendly and will have affordable housing that will be attractive. I love the mixed use. I love the idea of people of various economic backgrounds living together. The whole thing, as Mr. Kiplinger has explained to you, has been so carefully thought out. I can't say enough about how excited I am. And I hope that the commissioners will approve the project. I think you will be doing a huge service to Martin County if you do.
This is the future for Martin County that I want to be a part of. I moved home after a decade away, and I can live somewhere else if I choose to, but I'm choosing Martin County for my future. And this is that Martin County difference that I see in sort of a beautiful form. And I think that we've got like this wonderful metaphor of that red line of the urban service boundary as the kind of like perfect example of hard line, uncreative extremism that's not doing us any good. And then we've got this new boundary that for me is a wonderful example of the kind of creative problem solving that we need to move our county forward. Because we do have a lot of really severe problems when it comes to housing and attracting young people and attracting employers. And for me, someone who is very dedicated to sustainability, I'm also a young farmer in town. I see this as the kind of, thoughtful, collaborative sustainability that we should all be moving towards.
I didn't realize it, but Mr. Kiplinger showed up what he is allowed to do right now on this property. And it's just basically what is being done, maybe not quite as dense, but was being done in the other counties. What I see from his presentation is a very intelligent roadmap, paradigm for, I think, our future to grow out properly. So I realize there's trepidation there because a lot can slip between the cup and the lip, but we've got to be on it, but at least follow that path that he's taken down, and I urge you to approve it. Thank you.
I've been a Palm City resident since 1980, and I've raised my family in Palm City Farms. I grew up in Vero Beach and helped my father with his greenhouse tomato business, and so I'm a farmer's daughter. So I can imagine you would know how pleased I was to learn that my son, when he turned 30 years old, decided to sell his irrigation company and go to UF to have an ag management degree. That's all very exciting, but when he wants to graduate and come back to Martin County, one of his concerns is affordable housing. And I will tell you, I live on 10 acres in Palm City Farms, and I do not want to have to build a guest house to house my 30-year-old son when he returns. His wife is an RN, so they would both be very, very good employees of our county, and I would hope that they would have somewhere to be able to afford to live and not in my backyard. The type of this housing that the project is talking about is going to provide what we need here in Martin County. And it's attractive to all ages. I'm very impressed with Mr. Kiplinger's vision for the Pineland Prairie Project and that a large portion of the land will not be developed. I also appreciate that he has had numerous meetings to inform our community and ask for feedback. Not many developers do that here. This type of development is what we need in our community, and I hope you will consider all the benefits that will bring to Martin County. Thank you.
I am thrilled at the amount of open space and that much of it will be for use by all of Martin County residents. As an avid trail rider and hiker, I am delighted Mr. Kiplinger is planning on leaving open trails for enjoyment by the public. I am not aware of any other developer with that level of generosity. My husband and I hope Pineland Prairie will be approved as proposed, as we are seriously considering moving there to enjoy the open space, trails, and a community where we can walk to amenities. We are proud that in the past, Martin County Commissioners have kept development as low density as possible. As an appraiser, I don't believe we need any more gated golf course or 5-acre communities. My husband and I love the idea of no security guards and seeing our neighbors from our front porch.
Mr. Kiplinger is focused on addressing the needs of citizens in Martin County. This project is sustainable and consistent with management and Martin County vision plans. The proposed form-based code provides the way to implement mixed use, a goal that we have yet to accomplish in our community redevelopment areas during the past 19 years.
I understand that a number of citizens are concerned about this development because, and I agree that the vision here does not necessarily fit in with Martin County currently. But I would argue that this vision is visionary. It does not fit in with any community in South Florida. It is visionary. It is a way forward. I would argue that any visionary change won't be what we see today. What motivates me to speak specifically in favor of this is the very generous outlay of natural lands preserved in perpetuity, 70%. If to be developed by right into 5 or 20-acre ranchettes, preserving sovereignty, that is an easy target for future development, urban sprawl, subdevelopment.